Hey folks, I'm Chris Rimbolt. Today I wanted to talk about raising your standard of living because I personally had to learn how to raise my own standard of living. I went from being very broke and very much in debt to living much more comfortably and having a lot of freedom of time as well. So I want to tell you some of the things I learned along the way. First of all, know that you are the only thing that is coming to save you. There's not some external force like the government or someone who's going to take pity on you that's going to come and save you. So number one, know that you have to save yourself. And number two, I would like to encourage you to not give up, because a lot of people that want to raise their standard of living or change their life get frustrated along the way because it takes longer than you expect it to. It takes quite a bit longer than you expect it to. So for me, it took about 3 years from going from having negative money to not having negative money, to being able to pay my bills regularly, to being able to set aside some money for saving and investment, and to get some of the material things that I wanted to enjoy as well. So that's not super long on the scheme of things. 3 years is pretty quick, but at the time it feels like it's taking forever. So just don't give up. Know that the process takes a minute. And number three, know that making money is a lot like learning to make a fire. So if you had to go out in the wilderness and you had to keep yourself warm, maybe cook some food, would you know how to start a fire and control it and make it actually useful for you? It takes some skill, it takes some practice. Making money is very similar. You have to learn how it is made. So if you're saying, I want money, that's like saying, I want flames. First of all, you need to learn how to create those flames. There's a process that goes into it. And what I learned is one of the most reliable ways to raise your standard of living is to become more useful to society. Because if you have something that someone else wants, someone else is going to be willing to give you money in exchange for what they want. So what I would suggest is learn a niche skill. That means like something that is kind of a little bit unusual skill, or learn a specific line of knowledge and become an expert in it and an expert in applying it. And that way you have something that certain people want. And the second thing you need to do, other than becoming an expert in something, is becoming good at meeting and getting to know the kind of people or organizations that need what it is that you have specialized in. So that's a two-step process: becoming an expert in something and finding the kind of people that need that thing and are willing to exchange value with you to receive your application of that knowledge. So I want to encourage you, don't give up. Learn that you have to become something else to live in a different way. You can't expect to be the same person you are today and live a different life. So you must be willing to grow, you must be willing to give up your opinions about things, and you must be willing to go learn things. And that is hard. That is difficult for a person to say, I'm giving up my opinions, I'm giving up what I know about things in order to learn what is actually real. So that's the challenge. Don't give up. Stay the course. If you are trying to raise your standard of living, if you are on the path of personal growth, let me know in the comments. Tell me what's going on with you. Would love to connect. Thank you for watching. I'm Chris Rimbolt. Love you all.